guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. In today's video, as you've gathered by the title, we are going through my full brow routine, the way I groom my brows, as well as how I fill in my brows when I do my makeup. Brows just make such a difference to the face, and I think a lot of people underestimate that. You will never find me without my brows not done. If you do, it's been a heavy, long, horrible day. This really is such a simple video. It's not going to be a long one. I'm just showing you my tips and tricks and what I find to be the best way to fill in my brows. They look natural, but they look snatched at the same time. It's kind of like it's a weird kind of thing, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get started. So to groom my brows, I'm using these eyebrow razors. You can get these from Dischem. They are quite scarce though, like you really have to go and look for them. They're always out of stock. So I'll go to the biggest Dischem I can possibly find, which is the one in Canal Walk in Cape Town. So they look like this, and I'm just going to clean up around the brows just to make sure that the hairs over here, that everything's looking sharp and very nice. So you get 3 of them. I've already used one, and I'm gonna go ahead, let's go with the purple one. That's pink. Let's go ahead with the pink. What you do is you go in an upwards and downwards motion with the blade just to tidy up around the brow. You'll be surprised how much hair you have on your face. And then just going ahead with my tweezers and tweezing away any hairs that I want to get rid of. I really don't enjoy tweezing too much. It's literally just getting rid of random hairs that are like in the middle of your freaking like eyelid. And then of course just getting rid of any monobrow. We definitely do not want hair in this region. And now we're just going to trim the brow hairs. So I'm just taking a spoolie. This is actually from Benefit Cosmetics. It's obviously very difficult to try and trim your hairs when all of your hairs are like that. So just brush them upwards. Brush them almost inwards towards like my nose, so I'll brush this inwards like that way and these inwards like that, if that makes any sense, just so the hairs stand up and you can really see the length of the hairs and how much they need to be trimmed. And I'm just going to very quickly just trim these. Make sure you're checking the tail of your brow. I find that this is an area, I know I do it, and a lot of other people do it as well. You kind of like neglect the last part, the end, like the tail of your brow. So I make sure I brush this upwards just to make sure that there aren't any weird ass hairs. And I'm just trimming that. And that is all that I do for my brow grooming. I would say I do this maybe once a month or once every 6 weeks. I do my brows after I do my foundation. It kind of differs from time to time, but mostly I do it after I've applied my foundation. As you can see, I'm going ahead with one of my favorite brow pencils. This is the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. This is the shade number 4. And what I like to do is just brush up the hairs first. And I start almost in the middle of the brow over here. And I'm just very lightly adding almost like a line underneath my brow. And this shade, number 4, is literally the perfect shade for me. I absolutely love this brow pencil. So I add a line over there and then I brush it out. And you can also add such beautiful hair-like strokes with this brow pencil as well. That's why I love it. So now once that's done, I go towards the front of the brow. And very lightly flicking, basically very subtle lines upwards. I'm now going to move towards the tail of the brow, and I don't really have a lot of hair here, so I again gently fill this in and brush it out. Can you really see? Like, how crazy is that? Lastly, I go towards the top of the brow, and I really don't add a lot. I'm also just brushing my hairs downwards and filling them in from this side as well. Let's brush it out again. And I'm now just adding a little bit of product to the end, like to the tail of my brow, just to define that a little bit more. And of course, we brush it out again. And now I'm just, if I see any gaps or anything, I'm just filling those in quickly. And then we are going to do exactly the same thing to the other side. And then now what I do is I take the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. I've really been enjoying this one lately to carve out the brows. It's the perfect shade for me. I use the shade Fair Of course, I think it's like the lighter shade probably. And what I do is I put a little bit at the back of my hand like that, and then I use this concealer 513 brush, which you can get from Dischem, and I dip into that. You can also obviously use a much more precise brush, but I'm actually enjoying this one lately. And this, I find, takes your brow game up another level. This is just an extra step that really makes such a difference. So I start at the front of the brow, and I'm literally just underlining or adding a line underneath my brow and cleaning it up. Dude, and that's it. What also helps is if you raise your eyebrows like this, you can kind of like get more into the hairs. Like if you do have a few hairs over here, I just find that a little bit easier. And for this step, you obviously do want to go in with a lighter concealer. I would probably say 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin tone is really good. I can't actually find anything much lighter than this. I want to actually get that P. Louise base, that white one. Just quickly going to finish off the rest of my face, and then I'll be right back to show you what I do to finish off my brows. So now that the rest of the face is done, I did film an Instagram video of this look, so I'll leave the link down below if you guys are interested. The last thing we need to do is fill our brows with the Brow Precise Fiber Filler from Maybelline. Guys, I talk about this all the time, you're probably so sick of it, but this is my this is my holy grail product. I have used this every single day for probably like 2 years. I don't know how long ago it came out. It feels like it's been a long time. This is so good. It makes your brows look really fluffy and beautiful, and it gives them a lot more definition, and it coats each individual hair. It's basically like mascara for your brows, but a really flippin' good mascara for your brows. An alternative to this is you can go ahead and use a spoolie and use some clear soap. Soap brows also look really dope, but I love this stuff because it keeps my brows in place the whole day, and I don't feel like messing with a bar of soap every day. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a coat of this to my brows, and today I'm using the shade Deep Brown. I like to start over here just because there's sometimes a little bit too much product on the wand, and then I feather it outwards. Look at that. Can you see what a difference that makes? Can you see that? I can see it. And then I go towards the front of the brow. Oh guys, come now. Can you see the difference? That is insane. And we're doing the same thing on the side, starting over here, brushing through the brows. And then the front of the brow. Just taming down any hairs that I don't want sticking out. And you can also obviously go ahead with some concealer on a little brush to try and make this even more neat, but I don't find I need to do that. I just like using my little spoolie. And there we go, my loves. That brings us to the end of this video. It really is that simple. I know the grooming probably took a little bit long, but you obviously aren't doing that every day. Your brows really do just make such a massive difference to the face, and I hope that you guys maybe learned a few tips and tricks in today's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!